Hey everybody, welcome to Hills and Gills. If you're new to the channel, my name is Chuck, and we've been doing a series on some of our favorite jig ties, whether we're tying for Bream all the way up to Muskie and stripers as well. And we got a playlist right down in the description if you would like to check the ones out. After this video of some that we've already got tied up, and we got many more coming down the line. But today we're going to be tying up the little sexy right here. This is kind of in the sexy shad pattern right here, but in a bucktail, which will be a killer for like crappie and those white bass when they're pushing up river for that spring spawn, as well as stream and river smallmouth. So guys, let's tie this bad boy up here. Okay guys, we're getting ready to tie up the little sexy right here. This is on an 1/8 ounce jig head on a #1 sickle hook, and as always, I like going over the colors that we use because in case you all may want to paint some up for yourself, we started out with a 164 in white LA colors. Remember, the stickers got the hardeners in it. We done that as a primer. Then we went with a 424 in the blue in LA colors as well. And then we added our eyes from Amazon with good old Loctite super glue right here. And then we hit it with some UV resin with a little paintbrush, hit it with that light, and it was ready to tie. Today, we're going to be using chartreuse. You could go with like blue color if you wanted to, or white in this. Even, I think black would look good on this little jig right here. And we're going to run it all the way down to, as always, when I hear the click tip of that hook, I back it off about a quarter way up. And it is absolutely pouring the rain today. And we're going to add a little hackle feather to the back of it, about a 1/2 inch off of it, just as a kicker, right off the bend of that hook. So I'll just give it a little measurement here. See where I'm at with him. And then I'm just going to go ahead and strip some of these feathers off. Get the cut. Exposing that stem, just like that right there. Now we're going to try to get this to lay right up on top of the bend of that hook right there, right up on top of that shank. Need to take a few more off here. Always pull from bottom toward the top when you're moving them hackle feathers. It'll work out a whole lot better for you. That looks pretty good. Then we're going to lay it right on top of that shank. Just like so. All that is just a little kicker, nothing fancy. It doesn't have to lay perfect on it. I like letting mine just lay like straight back like that right there. And then we're just going to go ahead and run our thread right back up to the head of our jig right here. First color we're going to add some bucktail. We're going to start out with a little bit of white right here for this tie. And it's not going to take much, just a little pinch. We'll probably have to stack this a little bit. There we go, like I say, just a small pinch. And then here comes the fun part. We're going to have to pull some of these longer hairs out and just stack them. there. That looks good. So we're going to go ahead, get our measurement here. And then we're just going to cut the excess off this. Put it up against that jig head. I usually do just one loose turn. And then kind of a couple of tight ones just to see where I'm at with it. I want it to ride right up on top of that shank, just like that right there. And then we'll just tie this in with a few wraps, securing him. Now next, we're just going to flip our jig over, and we're going to add our chartreuse here. Again, just a very small pinch of the chartreuse is all we need. About like that. And again, we're going to have to stack it. Okay, that looks pretty good. So we'll just go ahead and cut the excess off. Just like that. Then we're going to set him right on top. Shank of that hook. Give him one loose. And then a couple of tight ones just like we did with the belly hair. Okay, that looks pretty good there. Then we're just going to give him a few wraps to secure him in. Next up, we're going to add our blue. And I really don't have no short blue on this bad boy right here, so I know there'll be some stacking going on with this, because it is super long. So I'll just go ahead and cut another pinch about the same as I was cutting with the chartreuse and the white. Now I'm going to have to do some heavy stacking on this bad boy. There we go, that looks pretty good. That's the fun part of stacking bucktail. So get a measurement here on the side. That's where I'm at, and we're going to go ahead and cut the excess off this. And that leaves us about that much right there. We're going to go ahead and add that to our jig. Right on top of that chartreuse, one loose wrap, a couple of tight ones. That looks pretty good. And then we're going to go ahead and build our collar up. Now next, what I want to do is go ahead and whip finish his, and I'll just do 5 on this one right here on my smaller jigs. I usually do 5 turns. Seat him in there pretty good. And then we're going to go ahead and use some Loctite super glue. My favorite super glue on the market. Like I was saying, I'll add a couple nice drops to this to lock that in. to lock that thread in, and we don't have to worry about this going anywhere. I'll just work it all around that jig head, around that collar. Well, guys, there you go. We let that collar dry up right there, and that bucktail isn't going nowhere, and we got the little sexy tied up there. If you like the video, guys, I hope you give us a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, I hope you subscribe, and also hit that notification bell. We got a whole lot more jig tying of our favorite patterns coming down the road, and the link is right down in the description for our latest jig ties, as well as how to remove collars off your jig and some of our jig pouring too and painting. We got a video down there as well, and making aspirin heads on your jigs. All that good stuff's right down there in the description. Also follow us over on Instagram, Facebook, and guys, as always, stay safe out there on the water, and we'll see you right here in the next one. Have a great day.